Good morning, traders. One more step before you drop. Don't drop. That's what I'm saying. Listen to this advice.
Have you ever sat in front of your charts, watching price move, and you already knew how this was going to end? Not because of the setup, not because of the market, but because deep down, you've seen this story before. You enter the trade. It starts going a little in profit. Then fear kicks in. You close early. And right after you close, the market moves exactly where you knew it would. Or worse, you hesitate. You miss the entry. Then you chase. And that's when the market punishes you. Again, and again, and again. And at some point, it stops feeling like trading. It starts feeling personal, like the market is against you. Like no matter what you do, you just can't win. But here's the truth that most traders don't want to hear. It's not the market. It's not your strategy. It's you. And not in the way you think. It's not that you're not smart enough. It's not that you don't work hard enough. It's that your subconscious mind is not aligned with the trader you're trying to become. Because every time you enter a trade, you're not just executing a setup. You're expressing a belief about money, a belief about yourself, a belief about whether you deserve to win or expect to lose. And most traders, even the ones with good strategies, are trading from a place of fear of losing money, fear of being wrong, fear of missing out. And when fear is your dominant emotion, you don't trade the market, you react to it. You hesitate when you should act. You act when you should wait. You close when you should hold. You hold when you should close. And then you wonder why the results don't make sense. But they do, because your results are not random. They are a reflection of your internal state, your thoughts, your emotions, your identity. That's why two traders can use the exact same strategy, and one becomes consistent while the other keeps blowing accounts. It's not the system, it's the mind behind the system. And this is where most people get it wrong. They think discipline is something you force, something you push, something you grind. But real discipline is alignment. Because when your subconscious mind is programmed for inconsistency, no amount of motivation will save you. You'll be disciplined for a day, maybe a week, and then you'll fall back into the same patterns, overtrading, revenge trading, breaking your rules, because that's who you believe you are, and your subconscious will always pull you back to your identity. So if you want to change your results, you don't start with the market, you start with your mind. You start by asking yourself, what do I actually believe about trading? Do you believe it's hard? Do you believe losses mean failure? Do you believe you're unlucky? Because if you do, then every trade you take will be filtered through that belief. And without even realizing it, you will create the exact outcomes you're trying to avoid. That's how powerful your mind is. Your thoughts are not just thoughts. They are signals. They are instructions. And over time, they become your reality. That's why repetition matters. Because whatever you repeat, you reinforce. And whatever you reinforce becomes automatic. Right now, your habits are automatic. Your fear is automatic. Your hesitation is automatic. But that also means consistency can become automatic. Confidence can become automatic. Discipline can become automatic if you reprogram it. And this is where everything changes. Because instead of waking up, reacting to the market, you start waking up, training your mind. Before you even open your charts, you align yourself. You remind yourself who you are, not based on your past losses, but based on the trader you are becoming. A trader who follows their plan. A trader who accepts losses without emotion. A trader who executes without hesitation. Because consistency is not built in the market. It's built before the market. And when you start showing up like that, something shifts. You stop chasing. You stop forcing trades. You stop trying to make money today. And you start focusing on executing correctly. And ironically, that's when the money starts to come. Because now you're no longer trading to win. You're trading from alignment. You're trading from clarity. You're trading from control. And losses, they stop breaking you. Because you understand something most traders never do. Losses are not the problem. Your reaction to losses is the problem. Because a loss by itself is neutral. It's just part of the game. But when you attach emotion to it, that's when it becomes dangerous. That's when one loss turns into 5. That's when discipline disappears. That's when accounts get blown. So instead of trying to avoid losses, you learn to normalize them. You expect them. You accept them. You move on from them without changing your identity, without questioning yourself, without spiraling. Because a disciplined trader doesn't need every trade to win. They just need to stay consistent. And consistency is a reflection of alignment, not perfection. So, if you've been struggling, if you've been losing, if you've been doubting yourself, understand this. You are not broken. You are just programmed. And programming can be changed, but only if you become aware of it. Only if you take control of your thoughts. Only if you stop identifying with your past and start defining your future. Because the moment your internal world changes, your external results will follow, not instantly, but inevitably. And one day, you'll sit in front of your charts again. Same market, same setups, same conditions. But this time, you're different. You're calm, you're clear, you're in control. And for the first time, it's not emotional, it's not stressful, it's not chaotic, it's just execution. And that's when you realize it was never about the market. It was always about you.
It is not personal to you, please. Follow the alignment, follow and be disciplined. You will be profitable. You are not different from others. They don't have two heads, people that win the market. Everybody has one head, one brain, and all that.